So chat, from the WAC to the MAC. We are looking to advance. That slow ascent to the top. We move to a tougher conference. We are the top 10 team as of the preseason rankings. It's an interesting schedule where it's not the most difficult in the world. But hopefully, these first 4 games will really help us decide where we're going to be, because from there, we should be able to run the table, win this conference, and move on to the ACC next year. That's the hope. Kind of cool to do with franchise players from just one country. I do that all the time, dog. It's called Nation United. Is that what I'm doing next? Probably not, but who knows? All right, so let's get down to business here. I want to get right into this because I want to try to make some good progress. We have our recruitment board. Not really targeting anyone specifically, just trying to get whoever we can. So Adam Ashley, let's talk to you really quickly. Let's see what we got here at the top of the board. Like I said, obviously in terms of team needs, I don't know what schemes we're running with next NCAA series. I mean, I don't know when that will be, man. Interesting to say next when it's like, okay, NCAA is the type of game that we play for a month or two and then it goes away. Like, this is pretty much MLB's spot, you know? Alright, so Adam Ashley. How much time do we want to invest here? Three promises. It's at least 4 hours per person. Yeah, it's at least 4 hours per. Adam Ashley. So immediately get you that scholarship offer. Promise-wise, we'll still go solid playing time. Because again, I mean, you can see our integrity. It's ridiculous. I'll go no red shirt again. That's an easy one. The only one now that I'm tempted to avoid is the home state option. Honestly, top 10 first 2 years on campus is a pretty decent one. National exposure is also not too bad. Let's go national exposure for that one. I think that's going to be the new one. Because of the stature that we have now, I think promising exposure is a good way to go. So, solid playing time. No red shirt. And good national exposure will be the 3 promises that we dish out here. Mr. Patrick Lindsay. Let's look at you as well. Get those promises in there. So right now, obviously, it's how much ground can we make up for these dudes? The question is how long do we stay in the conversation on some of these guys, too, when we do have other 4- and 3-star guys that want to come here versus just hold out hope that one of these guys spurns another school to come here, so... Home State will be much harder in the MAC. Yeah, I mean, Home State, we're never going to have the same advantage that we had in a 4-team conference. It's never going to be the same. That's pretty much never going to be an argument anymore unless they're from the state of Massachusetts. Or once we move on to the other conference, you know, once we move on to the ACC, which will be our landing spot, then we can say, okay, well, we know we're playing in South Carolina every year. We know we're playing here, there, and everywhere. So that'll be easier. So, that'll be the time. Eric Kelly out of Hawaii, huh? Nice little amount of points there. Jacques Kinnery. 5 Point, North Carolina. I was NCAA like choosing beggar. They offer to pay their players an exposure. Jesus. I mean, I'm not going to pay you for starring in my independent film, but it'll get you good exposure. We have catering. What's the movie about? Bigfoot and space. Yeah, I don't think I need the exposure. Coral Gables, Florida, and Florida State's in for him. Mike Anthony might not want to come here. We do have a little bit of pressure on our shoulders, though, to get a 5-star recruit or 7, because we didn't get a single 5-star recruit last year, and that really hurts. So we really need to make that happen for us this year. Bigfoot in space sounds amazing. Fair enough. So see, it's all about the exposure. Let's see, Mr. Wilson. Kevin Wilson. Westlaco? How the hell do you... What's wrong with you, Texas? Not even going in for this guy. He's amazing. Sounds like something I'd film. Still enjoy South Park episodes about NCAA athletes. I don't know if I've seen it. I can't say I've seen an episode of South Park in a while. Like, I don't know. Some of their humor lines up with mine. Some, you know, just simply don't. You know, there are those episodes that are just meant to be as immature as possible. And then maybe it's just because they get fucking memed to death that I'm like, this isn't exactly for me anymore. I mean, for example, you know, Randy drunk at the baseball game, and I thought this was America. Like, that got memed to death, where it's like, that episode's just not even funny anymore. At least to me. Yeah, stuff like that. How did Bigfoot get in space? That's why you gotta watch the movie, Chris. That's why you watch the film. Bigfoot has hops. There's your answer. Clearly. Bigfoot has hops. That's how we can make it happen. It's one of the games. Wait. Is this one of the games where it included recruiting goals? Define recruiting goals. What, in terms of like the school being like, hey, get this specifically? No. That's not a thing, at least. What are we talking about? Bigfoot in space. That's what we're talking about. It's Bigfoot in space. Alright. Another good week, and we got time to talk to one more dude. And that is John Sherman. So we'll try to get to the rest of our board next week, because pretty much with these guys, we know that if it's not a close race, then it's just not going to be there. Candler McAfee. Or McAfee. Hold on. Candler McAfee. I'm going to see who's from there. Why didn't I continue Seattle for FHM? I mean, the issue was, right, like, we found success, and I know it's like, hey, we brought in Connor McDavid, let's keep going. But at that point, it's just other ideas came to mind, like this in 2K10. I'll go back to FHM soon enough, probably with something different, though. Alright, so we'll go to week 2. We play Penn State. In the meantime, let's take a look at good old Candler McAfee. 10 miles east of downtown Atlanta. Oh boy, that's going to be a rough neighborhood then. 23,000 people. No famous people. I mean, anyone famous from here would just be like, yeah, I'm from Atlanta. Right? Poor Candler McAfee. Well, that was just kind of a bust, wasn't it? Not much to look at there. Love to see a continuation of the series. Again, FHM is definitely a game I like to work into the rotation. There are certain games, though, where it's like, I'd burn out if I tried to play it all the time. NHL 21 is kind of the one game where I'm like, okay, there's enough ideas and the interest is there. But for games like this, for MLB, for Madden, for NBA, for FHM, and so many others, they're a part of a rotation. So we looked up Cutoff, Louisiana before. Oh, God. Hey, the good news is, by the way, when I was going to say, if the girlfriend and I complete this move, I'll get my banana costume back. Alright. Penn State. How good are they? They're a B-rated team. Okay. I'll have to focus on that. Let's finish up recruiting first, and then we'll focus on them. And we'll figure out what scheme we're running this year as well. Alright, so again, in terms of overall, again, anybody that has a Y, we avoid, but oh, baby, are we in the argument for basically everybody now? Let's fucking go. This is the year. Except for Corey Lane, who already said, screw it, I'm going to Florida State. What a bastard. I know he's from Fort Lauderdale, but goddamn. Son of a bitch never even gave me a chance. Alright, Dan Vinson. That is frustrating that dude immediately just said, I'm leaving, because a 5-star tight end would be incredible for this team. And it just didn't happen. Wide receiver, 5-star Dan Vinson. We'll keep looking at you. Richard Kennedy. I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys, right? Because the problem is, in terms of, like, hey, what do we run offensively? Like, this team has the potential to be absurd. Like, regardless. Like, we're so versatile. So, Jason Cook. You're a bust, but still you're pretty sick. What if you did Toogie versus Twitch at FHM series? It could happen. It'd be interesting to try and pull off. It could be done, though. Honestly, the NBA Toogie versus Twitch chat, we had, I at least had a ton of fun with. I'd like to think the people that were watching at the time did as well. That was a really fun time. Mike Patton, the General. Massapequa Park. What if Toogie's Bigfoot? I mean, there's a joke to be made about a shaved Bigfoot, but again, we'll go back to NBA at some point too. Obviously, though, like I said, I am so excited for MLB. So excited for MLB. NBA, though, like I said, I think there's a lot of legs to be able to say we go back to Toogie versus Twitch chat, but we change it up and we go WNBA. I just think it'd be so fun to do the same thing just with the WNBA for that different little spin on it. And that way you guys, like, who gets to find, like, the Vince Carter of dunking a basketball for the WNBA? That's what I want. I want to find the one woman who has Blake Griffin-esque jumping over a car hops. We're going to rip a lot of packs. Probably. I mean, again, I don't think Diamond Dynasty... Like, I hope Diamond Dynasty is more fun. Like, I had so much fun last year, you know, trying to rip packs to get Mike Trout. We ended up with a sick team, but then I just burned out on the gameplay. That was just one of those things where I'm still hopeful that the gameplay is going to be sweet. We'll find out. I mean, there's still a lot of what-if questions. I mean, I will say, like, the idea... Because obviously, we're going to run franchise on MLB. We always do. They need to knock it out of the goddamn park. We also missed out on Derek Bolin already. They need to knock it out of the park with franchise mode changes. Or I don't know how long that mode will be fun. If it's, I mean, aside from like, oh, you can create a stadium, cool. But if it's just the same thing for franchise mode again, but you can create a stadium, I mean, what can you say? They're just as bad as EA. They already are. No offense to EA, but I'm mainly talking about Madden, of course. But again, they haven't made changes to MLB franchise for at least 5 years. And if EA did that with any of their franchises, I mean, you look at the hate Madden gets for their lack of changes. MLB, I feel like from some people, they kind of get a bit of a slide. They get a bit of a pass, and I don't know why. But obviously, like, franchise is a part of the plans. Road to the Show is a part of the plans, and I really don't know what to do with the Road to the Show. And again, we were talking about this before, right? Like, oh shit, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a power hitter like Torf again? And, you know, I want to be. Like, obviously it's fun to just make a fucking 6'10 jacked up German who hits dingers. But I also do like the idea of making, essentially, Ichiro and trying to break, like, Ricky Henderson's base running record. But also the idea of pitching this year. Like, pinpoint pitching does look fun as hell. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with Road to the Show. I don't really know what I'm going to do with franchise yet. I mean, we'll probably make a team and create a park. Like, that seems pretty obvious. Aside from that, Diamond Dynasty, though, again, I've talked about it. Like, I love Conquest. God, Conquest mode is so fun. But just hopefully the gameplay is there. And again, for me, it was more so the hitting. Like, I genuinely stand by that. And I've said it so many times on stream to the point where regulars are probably sick of it. But just the idea of perfect should be at least a single, depending on player attributes and batter attributes, unless there is a great defensive play from a superstar level defender, which makes those defenders that much more valuable. That was always my point. Like, there should never be a routine play on a perfect, ever. That defeats the purpose. It should be at least a single, unless you have that elite level, second baseman or shortstop that can make those plays to take it away. And then all of a sudden, in Diamond Dynasty, hey, guess what? Those defenders have a lot more value. A lot more value. So we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. I mean, MLB is still not out for another month. They still have a lot of news to unveil. I'm excited. I'm optimistic. It's great that I can get it for the Xbox because I can't get my fucking hands on a PS5 to save my life. But there's still a lot of unknowns, right? We'll see how it goes, all things considered. Anyway, if something else was mentioned in chat, I apologize. Pinpoint pitching, yeah, I mean, Sox, I mentioned that a little bit ago, that pinpoint pitching was basically in 2K first, so. Which is why I'm excited for it, because I liked it. I liked it a lot. Alright, so back to the top. Let's scout out the top dudes. See what we got. And then we got to figure out what our schemes are going to be for the year, or at least to start off with. Let's see. Here's our final bit of time here. God, I wish you could have more than 10 hours. I really do. Alright. That's it for our scouting time. We've only had to remove 2 dudes off the board so far, so that's not that bad. So then we get down to the team. And this is where it gets interesting. So first things first, I want to go to edit roster. Just to double check who the red shirts are this year. So quarterback, Darryl Grant's our guy. He's fast, so keep this in mind for schemes here. And hopefully, I'm hoping Breezes is still here as well, because I'm intrigued to know his opinion as someone who also plays a bunch of NFL. Hey, you are here. Perfect. I'm gonna be excited trying to get into the MLB community. It's gonna be a dogfight, by the way. Like, so many NHL guys are planning on going over. Like, I'm not as worried being a franchise guy. Like, whenever a new game comes out on Twitch, like, I always kind of have my spot, because I have the niche of being a franchise mode guy first, so. But for everyone else, like, I'm worried about some people, like, I'm gonna go try to freaking destroy Diamond Dynasty. I'm like, there's gonna be so much competition. Alright. So again, Grant. Great wheels on him. And in terms of the throwing, 89 power, 86 accuracy. So again, with Grant, we have speed with a decent arm. Oh, the competition's definitely a good thing. I agree with that. I agree. Cream rise to the top, too, so. What do I think about the Patriots' moves today? I'm pumped, dude. I equated it to Bill Belichick essentially having a t-shirt cannon, except it was filled with money, and he just shot it at every person he could fucking find. Like, they spent like over $200 million. It's fucking ridiculous. Running back-wise, we have Tony Bright, who is definitely more of a power back. 96 break tackle. So again, we got a fast quarterback with a pretty decent arm. Bright as a power back. Of course, we have our decent fullback. The wide receivers are solid. They are fast. We have some height there as well. So again, we got fast wide receiver options, and at tight end we have Aaron McRae, who's better for blocking, but I think he still has a decent catch rating, a 75. So decent tight ends as well. And again, a really good O-line. So based on that, for those in the know, what do you think we run for an offensive scheme? Like I said, we got a fast quarterback with a decent arm, a power back, some very fast wide receivers, a really good O-line. So obviously we could stick with multiple to have a bunch of different options. There's the one back set, which could work. I mean, we don't necessarily need our fullback. So like one back would certainly work. Spread offense would work with the wide receivers. Pro style would work with our fullback and the O-line. Run balance certainly works because of the quarterback and the running back. The option run works. Run and shoot works. The air raid works. The pistol works. I mean, I'm intrigued. Like, there isn't a single scheme we couldn't run. It's just what's the best for us. You know? What's the best for us? I mean, granted, you know, we don't have the strongest arm. Now, see, that's what I was thinking of, Sox. That's what we did last year, was just use multiple because we're so versatile. It's like, why not have a little bit of everything, right? But it is true that the air raid could work. Just in terms of the emphasis on open up the field for the running game. That's the one issue. It's 86 throw power for our quarterback. So in terms of trying to bomb the ball downfield, you know, who's to say? It's tough. It's kind of a tough call. What are we thinking then, chat? I mean, you see how many options we have. I think it was 86 throw power, 89 accuracy. Oh, it's 89, 86? I mean, if it's 89 throw power, then why not, right? If I misread that, I apologize. What do you guys think then? Like I said, there isn't a single one of these offenses that shouldn't work. Been using spread, using a scrambler. That's worked really well. It's fair. I don't know what to do. Because like I said, there's a legitimate argument for every single one. We could just leave it up to chance and put the options on a goddamn wheel if we can't come up to a decision. Also, really quickly, because I want to set up the depth chart here. So again, at quarterback, it is Grant. It is Wilcox. Yeah, good, got redshirted. Multiple, it's gotta be. I mean, it would make the most sense, right? For that reason. It would make the most sense for that reason of we have the depth to pull it off, and we are that incredibly versatile team. I mean, it did work out pretty well for us last year, too. Rebels, take it easy, man. We'll catch you later. Whoops, didn't mean to go to Air Force. Fullback-wise, of course, we got Vincent. I just want to make sure the depth chart's set up properly, because sometimes the AI kind of drops the ball in that regard. I don't really like how the auto order sorts itself out. That one's redshirted, Justice, then we got Clifford, Stevens, and Campbell. Texas Tech. Would their playbook have been the same between 14 and 13? Or are you talking just specifically about 13 then? Nighthawk as well. Take it easy. Catch you later. Have yourself a good one. Let's see, so we got Smith, Foster, and Miller. Left guard. Kinda hate to have to do this, but just kind of the way it's worked out. I did redshirt an 80 overall wideout. Not am I going to. I absolutely did. Not really afraid if he walks away. Like, we have so much talent at wide receiver. I'm not concerned. Not to mention the caliber of players that we're looking for this year. If he wants to leave, we'll let him. See, the thing is, if we get away with redshirting him, then he's on a different trajectory path compared to the other guys. Alright, so now defensively, again, multiple might just be the best way to go. Right? Like, we have Weeks, Sanders, and Bradley at edge here, which is fine. But, you know, the D-line is Weeks, and then you have Burgess, which is a little bit weak. I'll admit, Burgess isn't great. Of course, we had 2 seniors graduate, so that kind of limits us a little bit. But then defensive tackle, we have Dickens and Mason, which, you know, right there is the justification for a 4-3. Honestly, that might be the best way to go. But then the argument becomes, well, then who do you have? Who do you have at linebacker, right? Obviously, on the left, we have Bailey. I guess Lawrence and Griffin are both good to go. In the middle, you have Gordon, Harrington, and Torres, which is sick. And again, kind of an argument for a 3-4. Like, a 3-4 wouldn't be incredible, but it could certainly work. So I think, again, we're looking at the possibility of a multiple setup. Because, again, a 3-4 works, a 4-3 works, a 3-3-5 works. I mean, it's ridiculous kind of what we're able to do and how efficiently we're able to set up a 6-5 corner. Yes, sir. He was an athlete who could be wide receiver or be in the secondary. But the problem was, at the time, I had some great safeties. And I still have some great safeties, so... You know, 50, we won another President's Trophy with the Goons, so... yeah. Alright, chat's less divided on this one, calling for the 3-3-5. I don't hate the idea. I don't hate it. Good old John Johnson. Alright, so defensively you've seen the lookout, or the setup, I should say. You've gotten a look at. So again, multiple D works. 4-3, 3-4 is an argument for both. There is the 3-3-5. Honestly, 4-2-5 could work. Like, the two outside linebackers that we have, you talk about them in the middle. I think we might have the linebacker talent with Bailey and Wade. I mean, Gordon's there too. We wouldn't necessarily just, you know, not have him, but that extra tackle on the D-line, I'm thinking 3-3-5. Because again, it's Bailey, Gordon, Wade. We wouldn't want to exclude one. 3-3-5, you know, it does make sense. We do have that weakness of Burgess at right end, but I think we're going to go with 3-3-5. And again, we can kind of play it a little bit down the middle here. We can be a little bit more aggressive against Penn State. And then the offense is another tough call. Do we stick with the multiple? I don't mind the spread offense. I mean, the air raid, you could argue we just don't have the arm for it. But multiple gives us that choice, and we have that versatility. I think that works. I think that's what we're going to go with then. And we can, again, we can adapt from there. So we get to our first game of the season then, really quickly. We just got to set up this depth chart. And again, I don't really trust the auto reorder. So quarterback is Grant, Cox, and Gonzalez. Running back, Bright, Newton, Smith, and Hall. Fullback, we have Vincent. Gonzalez makes sense there. It's actually fine, and if it's not Gonzalez, it's McRae. Wide receiver-wise, we have Tyler, Holt, Walker, Clifford, Stevens, Campbell. It actually did set this up properly. Tight end-wise, okay, there's the issue. We want to get Morgan in there just in case. On the O-line, it is Smith, Foster, and where is Miller? Smith, Foster, Miller, McRae. Let's get Harris in there. And then probably Richards. Then at center, it is Davis Bell. Again, we'll get Richards listed there. Right guard, Montgomery, Bates. Did I start simming yet? I have not. We had some setup to take care of. Nelson, Soul, and Harvey. Jeff Harvey. Left end, we have Weeks, Sanders, and Bradley. Right edge, it is Burgess, Bennett, and Sanders. Defensive tackle, Dickens, Mason, Walker. Let's see, Dickens, Mason, Walker. Let's get Weeks. And then Burgess if needed. left outside linebacker, Bailey. We want... And I do want to try to get a decent amount of options in here. I know Lawrence wouldn't be great to replace, but it is what it is. Get Griffin in there too. Honestly, I'm doing this just so the depth chart might possibly register them as getting playing time. It's the only reason. Harrington. Get Torres in there. And then on the right, it's Jones that we want at the end. And then on the right, it is Wade, Jones, and Williams. Corner, Guerrero, Bolden, Robertson, Bullock, and Sims. It's ridiculous. And then at safety, it is Justice. We want Boyd and a Black. And here it's Goodman. Goodman and Long Johnson. Goodman, Long Johnson. Beautiful. Kicker, I think we agreed was going to be Scott, since he was actually the kicker. Then Robinson. Punter is going to be Robinson and then Scott. Kick return is set up to be Guerrero. Guerrero and Tyler. Get Holt, Robertson, and Walker in there. Punt return as well will be Guerrero. We got Tyler as well. Holy Grail, take it easy, buddy. And I will talk to you soon. Gotta talk about some MLB news on the Twitters, man. I'm always intrigued to know your opinion as well. I mean, I always like looking around the community, seeing guys like you, Mills, Jers, and kind of what that overall opinion is from people on MLB. So, if you guys are not following the Holy Grail, of course, make sure to do so. Twitter, right here on Twitch. Someone else who, if he streams late, will be hosting him quite a bit on the MLB side. So, take it easy, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out tonight, by the way. And again, any hockey questions, you ask away. I will be your Sherpa. Cray, Montgomery, Davis. All right, chat, we're good. We are set up as St. Reese's with that lovely gifted. Thank you for that, man. Chat, it is time. As much as I want to sim this against Penn State, we're going to jump into it because I want to see what this team's capable of from the in-depth sim. Let's see what we got. What is this team capable of when the spotlight is on? Because let's be honest, these first 4 games of the year, this is where the spotlight's going to be on. This will be the big test this season that'll set up all the conference games that we should dominate. My subs, my wife said I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. I said I'm getting some subs on Twitch then. I mean, I can see how that's a fair trade. Keith Tidwell, the senior. Heads never fails, as the old saying goes. We lost. They're going to kick, and we will defend against the wind to start. Let's see how the boys do. First quarter, ranked UMass 7-0. Defense gives up a touchdown response, 7-all. Not great. To the half, 14-7, 21-7. 21-7 at the half. Good stuff. Let's go to the fourth. 28-7, 28-14, 35-14. This offense, man. Let's go. This should be a full no touching. Penn State, no touching.
No touching! No touching! No touching!
38-21. 10th ranked UMass win their season opener against the Penn State Nittany Lions. Grant, 13 of 20, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, sacked twice. Huge game for Tony Bright with the 2 touchdowns. Oh, God. Tyler with a touchdown, Gonzalez with a touchdown. Sacks led by Davis and McCray, but for the most part, Davis had 10 pancakes in that one, too. It's a big boy. Sacks from Burgess, Weeks, and Dickens. The D-line getting involved. No picks. Early Scott actually made a field goal. It was from 18. A huge win there for UMass. Our first challenge in the books, in the books, in the pocket, out of sight. We're moving on. We're moving on to one of our first two really big challenges, which honestly scares the hell out of me. One could say he has a bright future. Laugh, please. This is the big challenge. It's Clemson. Of course, we will be in the same conference as them next season if we are to win this conference title. It's Pancake in this game. Shoving a defender on his ass. Getting real please clap energy. Oh, Jeb. Good old Jeb. Oh boy, by the way, I know I'm gonna have to walk the dog before bed, and I'm scared of what that temperature's gonna be. Fuck. Oh god, I'm so sick of winter. I'm so sick of winter. 7 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about negative 14 Celsius. I am sick of winter. That's not even that cold. I'm from Saskatchewan. Fuck you. It's cold. It's at least not enjoyable. You gotta put some layers on just to walk the dog, and it sucks. Alright. Choose to live in Maine, deal with it. I have no choice. If I go further south, it's too damn hot. If I go to the Midwest, there's fucking nothing but tornadoes and meth. If I go out to the West, fucking earthquakes and shit, wildfires. Like, Maine's the perfect place to be. It's just fucking cold. Clemson lost their season opener. We're up to 8th in the nation, chat. 8th in the nation. Let's focus on recruiting here. So according to this scheme, we need fucking everything off of what we're losing. Talk about meth like it's a bad thing. Oh, incredible. Alright, we lost out on Brian Sawyer to Nebraska. Alright, let's focus on the dudes that we've yet to talk to at all. There's only 4 of them. Start off with Jake Clay. Dana Point, California. Good old Dana Point. We're losing our top 3 corners. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's gonna be a fun time. Whoops! Well, I hit something first 2 years. Top 10 first 2 years on campus. Well, that's possible. Bo Barnes. Toccoa, Georgia. Krakatoa. I need to add that clip. I mean, AJ, if there was going to be any state in the U.S., it's like, fuck yeah, we'll have a full capacity crowd for a pay-per-view. It was going to be Florida, and it was going to be with the UFC. So, nobody can be surprised. Marcus Copeland. Siosset? I don't know. Soset. Walter White killed it in the meth game. No, Walter White got killed in the meth game. Spoiler alert for a 12-year-old show. Will Perry, Hayward, California. This is the last dude that we're going to talk about. There's a WrestleMania 90K over 2 days. Yeah. That's what they're hoping for. Alright, so back to the top of the list then, in terms of overall. Actually, we should probably base it off of stage. There's a lot of dudes in the top 3. So, Kennedy! We're in first 4. Am I going to watch Mania? Probably not. I don't really have any interest. We'll schedule you for that week 6 bye week. And, Holy A's. Kennedy. Let's see. We're 4th for Mr. Dude here. I'm still going to put in a little bit of time. Schedule him for that visit. And just see if we can make any headway here at the last moment. This will be, you know, we'll get our answer if we can still put up a fight. Mr. Wilson, 3 hours for you. And we'll get you scheduled for that visit. Figure out the importance for Mr. Kevin Wilson. This dude, we're in third for John Sherman and his March, week 6 bye week. Gonna try to put up a fight for these guys. Are we actually gonna have more than 2 home games? Yes, I am required to have more than 2 home games this season. Robert Houston. We're in second for this dude behind Bama. That would be an incredible coup on our part. And then the final dude who's in the top 3 right now, we're in first for. It is Seth Davis, quarterback. Get you in for that visit. And boy, are we viewed as a championship contender. All right, so aside from that, now we'll go back to the top of the list. Let's see what we got. So a lot of bouncing around here. We're in third for Adam Ashley. Time to start finding out some things about Mr. Ashley. I think we might take that approach of just fighting until we can't anymore for these guys. Patrick Lindsay, let's get you on that week 6 visit. Girard, Ohio, home of Jonathan. 5-star running back. Mr. Denman. Bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum. Please sign with my really sick team. Let's see. Things aren't really lining up with Denman. I can scout him out, though. This is 79. Eric Kelly. Let's just scout you out here a little bit. Not bad. Kinnery, we'll scout you out as well. Drifting towards bust territory. And then we got 10 minutes to waste on Mike Anthony. Okay, so let's see. Anthony, we're in third for. Let's see what we got. God, some of these guys, it's not really lining up. Are you ready to see Fitzmagic in DC? I mean, better than letting Alex Smith get practically murdered by the lack of an offensive line. You know? It's like, I hate to say it for Washington fans, but it's like, I think you kind of know, like, yeah, cool, your team's, you know, your team's in trouble and needs a lot of work. It's just where they're at right now. There's some quarterback named Dwayne Haskins. Didn't quite work out for you. So, and you did just sign a dude who had like one good postseason game to a shitload of money, didn't you? Was also apparently a bit of a scumbag, but those are just his views. Respect his views. Alright, let's see, we got 110 left. Kevin Holmes. Man, I don't talk to you for 1 week, and we drop Fickle. Fickle! God, nothing really lines up. Ohio State quarterbacks. How dare you disrespect Troy Smith like that? I loved him. And then he did nothing. Oh, Mira Walker. Let's keep scouting these out. Nope. Fitzmagic's going to get them too many W's, probably. Yeah, first overall pick's overrated. Alright, we are done for the week. We talked to the vast majority of our dudes. So that sets us up with this game against Clemson, where I'm kind of scared because it's our biggest game of the season pretty much. But now is the time. Now is the time to test our merit. Let's do it. Now, Clemson aren't exactly what you would expect them to be. They're only a B+, where A+ is across the board. If we can beat Clemson, and in convincing fashion, then I'm certainly not worried about a move to the ACC next year, and I am incredibly optimistic about our chances of being successful. So, we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Again, Clemson lost week 1 too, so. Tony Bright. Had a great first game. Here we go. Heads never fails, baby! See? We'll Belichick this. Alright. Come on, boys. Time to prove yourself. It's time to prove yourself. He's scoreless first. Let's go to the half. This is a defensive war right now. Scoreless heading into halftime. Holy shit. Talk about a defensive war. Let's go to the fourth. Field goal for UMass. Touchdown for Clemson. Touchdown for UMass. We return to kick. 99-yard kick return for Tyler. 10-7 heading into the fourth. Clemson can't score. They miss a 42-yard field goal. If we score here, we'll put the pressure on. Come on, boys. Come on. Yes! Let's go. What a drive. And it's our third-string tight end, Morgan, who gets the touchdown pass. We're up by 10 with 1:41 to go. Clemson intercepted by Long. UMass. Oh my God.
No touching! No touching! No touching!
17-7. Holding Clemson to just a single touchdown at home. Oh my God. What a performance. Darrell Grant, 16 of 36, 221 yards with a touchdown, only sacked once. Bright was 63 yards on the ground. And then again, third string, redshirt freshman tight end Michael Morgan. Got that lone touchdown. Only one sack allowed. We're going to find success in the ACC next year. Zach Weeks with the only sack of the pick at the end from Clint Long sealed the deal. We're 2-0. We are 2-0. As we beat Clemson. We have one more big challenge ahead of us, but we beat who I thought would be our biggest challenge this season. 17-7. That might push us in the top 5 territory. This team could be something special this year. It's Auburn next. They are the other big challenge. I wanted to at least walk away with one win between Clemson and Auburn. If we beat Auburn too, imagine where we'll be. Dabo must have stopped paying kids, right? Damn, man. Damn. Whew. Can't believe we just won that game like that. Held Clemson to 7 points. Unreal. Toledo's gonna be a hey. Let's hope we can overcome our greatest challenge, you know? I just wonder if Auburn's still going to be rated 18. 50 burger from Toledo to end the season. It'll be number 5 UMass, our highest rating ever, against number 13 Auburn. If we win that, we legitimately have a shot at the national title as long as we don't screw up. I said the words already, chat. I said them already. Alright, we are in the running for a vast majority of players here. God, 32 players left. 10 divided by 32. Honestly, it's going to be 2 to 3 hours per person. I'm going to go in reverse order. Bo Barnes, let's talk. Or 2 to 3 hours. I always say it, 20 minutes. Sorry. It's going to piss some people off. 20 minutes! I always make that mistake, and I don't know why. Mr. Jake Clay, same thing. Schedule you for the visit. We already know quite a bit about this guy, too, so that could work out pretty well. Marcus Copeland. Imagine not being top 4, right? This fucking scrub team. Like the 2 hours. 2 hours sounds better. Makes it sound like you're dedicated to actually scouting the player, instead of a 20-minute phone call. Imagine still being in the days of phone calls. Terrence Johnson, same thing. Well, that week 6 is going to be busy as fuck because of those visits. Jesus. Seth Davis, 2 hours with you. 20 minutes per person. We're going to get you to 30 guys. Yeah, well. I mean, there's not much I can do. I mean, we have 32 people on the board, so you know, someone's got to kind of get shafted in terms of the time that we spend with them. It's just the way it works. There's no great amount of math. It's just trying to chip in and put a little bit of work in with everyone so we don't fall too far behind on anybody. Let's see, Dane, Washington, Brighton, New York. I love that we're viewed as a championship contender as well. It's helping us out so much. Garfield, New Jersey, home of the Cat. Let's see, Mr. Morales. Wouldn't mind getting a 5-star QB to replace our Cam Newton clone. Robert Houston. I still don't know if we're going to be able to catch Bama, unfortunately. As much as that sucks. And play the long game with pretty much all these guys. We're not out until they say we're out, is how I'm going to play it this year. And if it backfires, then so be it. Like, we have depth. If we don't end up with a great recruitment class, we have the depth in the system that starter-wise we're going to be fine. It's just like those new talents won't be there. Bagel, I sorted by stage last week. So I had already made sure to put in that extra bit of effort last week for those who were in stage 3 already. Yeah, again, with these players this week, we're in for the long haul. We will not give up until they tell us we're out. We'll see what happens. Miles Austin. Is he really? Huh. Shout out to Miles Austin in Garfield, New Jersey, huh? Especially for positions in need. Hey, if shit happens, it happens. I'm fairly optimistic. We need to see if this strategy is going to work. If it was ever going to work, it would work this year with the benefits that we have of being listed as a championship contender. So I'm willing to try something different at least. See if we can get this to work. Let's see, Mr. Dan Vincent. Schedule you for a visit. Man, that week 6 visit's gonna be fucking nuts. Dormont, Pennsylvania. Canada. Just keep finding stuff out here. Doesn't line up perfectly, but that's okay. J.R. Denman. Like I said, we are going to play the long game for these guys, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Let's see how many dudes do we have left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. Where all the athletes didn't bother scouting any. Went for position players only. I'll worry about the athletes later, is the attitude of it. There were too many players on the board to focus just on athletes. Let's see here, Kelly. Keep discovering what we can here. Mr. Wilson. And anything that's a B plus or better, I want to know. I want to know where we rank with those players. Just in case it gets down to the wire and I got to put in like 6 hours of work for each player, then we can just absolutely, you know, dominate. Alright. Kevin Holmes. Ignore that. Working on the sways for Mr. Holmes, and they're not looking too good. Mr. Walker. So now we're going to have to start going to 1 hour per. Again, start looking for sways here with this guy on the A's. So we got 1 hour left and 5 people. So Michael Harris. We can find out with you, sir. We're in first for him. Ken Henderson. Schedule you for a visit as well. Adam Ashley. Schedule you for a visit. Mr. Mike Anthony. Find out that B plus is not that good. Have you ever had a recruitment class of 25 5 stars? No. Don't even think that's possible, buddy. At least not without cheating or having like an insane amount of luck. Alright, let's see. Anthony, we'll scout you out. So he's looking like the real deal, not in bust territory. Ken Henderson. Close to bust territory, but not at the bottom. And then Michael Harris. Yeah, -2, but still not bad. All right. So again, I'm very optimistic right now about the scouting board. Or recruitment board. Very optimistic. We're looking damn good. Here is our biggest game of the season, chat. It is Auburn. We're actually favored. Defensively, we keep it about the same. Our offense... Ooh. So through the first 2 games, our offense is struggling. Our rush defense is phenomenal. But our pass defense is suspect. Quantum Ego, what's going on? How do we feel about the offense still being at a multiple here, chat? Like, I know we're winning, but we've struggled out of the gates. Granted, we played 2 different teams. You know, 2 decent teams, but we've struggled out of the gates. Honestly, we want to pass the ball a little bit more this week so far. I think I'm going to try out. I mean, 1 back makes sense. The spread offense makes sense. Let's try the spread offense. We'll see what happens. We're going to jump into this one, too. We've had 2 no-touching so far this season. Biggest game of the year right here. It's the Auburn Tigers. Right, TKH? I mean, who's to say how we'll play when we play lower-level teams? I mean, Penn State was a B, B+. I know Clemson was a B+, so... It's not like it's been the easiest schedule in the world. And this is it. This is it. If we can win this game, then ideally, we'd have a shot at running the table. This is our biggest obstacle. Brendan Culp. Heads never fails, baby. Hey, 2 out of 3. We'll Belichick it away. Here we go. First quarter. Touchdown Auburn, touchdown UMass. Touchdown UMass, 14-7 at the end of the first. Beautifully done there. There's a 12-yard rushing touchdown from Taylor. And then Guerrero returned the kick 100 yards. God damn. Guerrero, man, is the kick return, and then Bright with a rushing touchdown. To the half we go. 14 all. 14 all at the half. You cannot upgrade your stadium, though. Let's go to the fourth. Super close game. 17-14 Auburn, 21-17, 24-21. Oh, boy. Here we go. Can we score on this drive? No, we can't. Can Auburn score? No, they can't. They missed a 47-yarder, chat. What do we do? Do we take over? Do we watch them? What do you think? 2:39 left. We're down by a field goal. I mean, this is the drive right here. Chat's calling for a jump in. All right. We'll do it. Let's do it. Can we make this happen?
From their own 30-yard
2:39 to go. A field goal to tie.
3 minutes in the game. Here's the option.
What a run by Grant.
44-yard line.
What a run by Grant there. As Arkansas kicks the hell out of Bama. Number 3 falls. Fucking Arkansas, man.
They've won 2 straight.
Fucking Arkansas. They do it again.
44-yard line. First down. They'll change the play at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know how I feel. I don't like that at all. I'm going to say quick pass. Get the running back out of the backfield here. Come on, Bright. Recognize the play.
First down, looking to throw. Nice.
What a catch by Bright. Oh, my God.
Able to find a soft spot in the defense, and he threw an
A picture-perfect throw from Grant that was incredibly risky, but we made it work. Counterplay. Counterplay. Tony Bright. Touchdown, UMass. Let's go.
Making a triple dip.
Oh, my God. What a drive.
It's been a big part of the
What a drive. Tony Bright, the blocking downfield was incredible. Oh, this team is disgusting. Yeah, the big question is, did we leave too much time? But it is a 4-point lead.
And he adds the extra.
Wow.
A short 2-play, 56
2 plays, 56 yards. It was technically 3 plays. It didn't even register one of the plays. I don't know if it said... I feel like with Tony Bright, it didn't even count as a fucking catch. I don't know what the hell happened. It's like Tony Bright was... It technically counted as like a fucking fumble or something.
And it goes into the end zone, down for
Wow.
Let's see what they can do on
All right. Let's see if we can seal the deal. No big hits. Don't try to strip the ball, just tackle. Zone coverage, do not get beat up high. Defensive lines really got no reason to jump. Keep it normal. Pass defense. Keep it normal. Honestly, swat it down. I don't want picks. Swat that shit down. Option defense. Keep it even. We are going to allow the quarterback to scramble, though. I don't know how aggressive he is. Wow. What a drive that was.
Down, 10 to go. Ball on the
Well then.
25-yard line. A little more than 2 minutes.
Here we are, huh?
Fourth quarter.
They do run at the start.
Right around
Stop.
the 28-yard line. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3.
Yeah, it was a short gain, but a nice tackle there by the junior who
Definitely gonna
stepped
try to
up
keep
in
the pressure
traffic
on.
and made a nice play. Let's see how the defense handles.
Are they going to
the
spike it, or
no-huddle.
what the hell's the play going to be here?
Aiden steps back to pass.
Stopping short of the first. Clock's still ticking. I'm perfectly fine with this. This was the game plan. Give them nothing over the top. There is no 2-minute warning in this game, no.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. He's tackled at about the 41.
We get the first down there on the quick throw.
You got to give him some credit, but really, this is more about the defense. When a
Pretty much
defense
immediately
gets an
just
offense
back
on
up our
third down,
coverage.
medium, you've got to be able to put pressure on the
Nobody
quarterback,
gets beat over the top.
passing the football, and try to get your own offense the ball back.
Except somebody got beat over the top.
And a nice pickup there.
I'll tell you what, the
Fuck.
defense gambled a bit here and
That
came up
hurry-up's,
with the blitz. The quarterback showed
messing with us a
tremendous
little bit.
poise by making a good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
First
Same
and 10.
thing.
Ball on
Back
the
up.
38.
Give them the underneath. Come on, boys. 1 minute.
And he's hit before he can go anywhere. The Tigers taking their first time out of the half.
They're picking us apart in man right now.
From from the 25-yard
They're
line.
picking us apart.
It's first down.
I can't break through. Fucking hell, boys. Come on.
13. Auburn will have one timeout remaining.
We can't get any pressure with this defensive line.
First down, 10 yards.
We're in trouble here.
Ball on the 13-yard line. Fires complete over the middle. And he's tackled at about the 5-yard line.
Even with the blitz, we couldn't break through. Their O-line's fucking ridiculous.
He read the coverage perfectly to find his man for good yardage.
I have a horrible feeling about this.
Spikes the ball.
Thank God he had to spike it. Fuck. Well, this has gone horribly, hasn't it? This has gone horribly.
Here. And they got all the big boys in there for this one.
I don't like this play at all, but I gotta stick with it. And it worked.
So the halfback loses about 2 on the run. They're calling an audible.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Fires out to his receiver. They'll bring it.
That shouldn't be first and goal. Come on. That can't be first and goal. I know where he originally caught it, but he got bumped back, man. You gotta be kidding me.
They tried to get a head start there.
I can't believe that was called first down.
Maybe he got the
And we couldn't challenge it, but they just got called for a false start.
low threshold for mistakes.
He got backed up a little bit. I can't believe that was a first down. You can't call that forward progress when he got bumped out that fast. I don't know what
So
to
here
run
we
with.
go.
I
First
really
and
don't.
goal, and a field goal won't cut it.
Touchdown, Auburn.
And that puts them on top. Oh, what a huge touchdown pass that is. So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team.
That call being a first down absolutely fucked us. We settled for giving him the underneath.
An 11-play, 81-yard drive.
That's ridiculous, man.
I think you've got it.
He got bumped back, then I don't know if I'm going to settle for that. That feels cheap as shit. He got bumped back, then attempted to run and got tackled behind the line. I don't see how that's a first down. I got to try to return this with Guerrero. We know he's got speed. Fuck, if that dude could have held that block.
You've got to do something, otherwise you're going
If that dude could have held that block, we would have broke through.
Score now, 31-28. Fourth quarter possession here, less than 2 minutes to go. This is where you make heroes in a football game. Grant to the air.
Get rid of it.
First down. Just throws this
I
one
needed some
away.
forward yardage there.
pressure like that, the
Fuck.
worst thing you want to do is just to throw the
We got
ball
one
and
play to get it downfield as far as we can.
Very fortunate. Next
I don't know
time
if I
you
want to
should
call a
just
restart on that or not. I do feel cheated. Like, that wasn't a first down. They might have gotten it anyway.
Ball on their own 21. He's looking to pass. He heaves it deep. Almost.
We got one play.
It's an intelligent play by the
Problem is, if we restart, I don't know where the autosave stopped.
hand on the ball.
Third and long.
I really don't want to restart, but that play was bullshit, dude. That play was pure bullshit.
One last play and one last chance to win the game. If they can get the Hail Mary, they'll pull out the miracle win. Drops back to pass. He's knocked
Bright
out of
can't make
bounds.
the spin. Ah, it feels so cheap. If I quit, does it sim? Chat, you make the call. I'm alright with it ending as a loss, but it does feel like we got cheated by the ref, which happens in real life. Who's to say it's unrealistic, but like really, that was a fucking blown call. That's going to completely fuck up our season. And everyone's calling restart. All but one person's calling restart. What? Fuck's sake. But the problem is, though, the whole, hey, real life thing, you know? But the problem is it's a video game. It's supposed to get it right. And it didn't. And that clearly wasn't a cat. So, I mean, we could sim it from the menu here and just see what the hell happens, or we could jump back in. I'll leave that up to you guys, too. What do you think? Just sim it from the menu, or just leave it up to fate from here? Because if we technically lose twice, then it is what it is. I still just, yeah. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I'll jump in, but let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's rough. That's rough, because, I mean, that dude, like, from a video game perspective, it's, like, it can't get it wrong, essentially, or at least it shouldn't. It shouldn't be programmed to get it wrong. It's just not how it works. That's just frustrating, because I don't like restarting, but it is tough to feel like we didn't just get completely cheesed there. Oh, good, it's in the rain this time. Well, I'll get the ball to start the second half this time. Let's see what happens. On the Redux. Top hat, what's going on? 7-0 Auburn. And it's about to be 14-0. 14-7. 17-7. Well, they're kicking the shit out of us this time. 24-7. 24-14. So for whatever reason this time, our defense can't get a stop. 31-21. Interception. We need a quick score here, and we didn't get it. That's it. We lose to Auburn. We blew it. We fucking blew it. We had a second chance, and they still lost. 38-21. I don't even want to look at the game stats. Fuck. Thanks a lot, team. 99 fucking overall, and you can't beat Auburn. There goes any hope of a national title. God damn it, this team always chokes. No matter how much we improve this team, they always seem to choke. 5th in the nation, we fall to Auburn. We shouldn't fall that far, but considering the conference we're in and the strength of schedule, we're probably fucked from this point on, so. Way to go, boys, you blew it. Yeah, fucking blew it. That's so frustrating. Chris, what's going on, buddy? It is a 99 rated team. It's our toughest opponent of the season. Like, the one big challenge we have to get past, and yeah, we blew it. That's been the theme for the majority of these seasons. We get one big challenge that we have to overcome, and we fucking blow it. Every time. Every time. Goon stuck 22 years to win a cup. This might take longer than Natty. Fair! Fair enough. We'll see how the recruitment goes. I'm sure. I'm going to guess like 15th. Probably down to 15th. Any higher than that, I'd say we're fortunate. I know we lost to a pretty highly ranked team as well, but oh god, they love to kill you in the rankings, to be honest. I mean, any chance at a national title, we'd have to run the table from here. And even then, it's probably gone. We really needed an undefeated season to do it. So I just don't know how we're going to fare in the ACC. Number 11. So from 5 to 11... sets the stage for North Carolina State University, who we are significantly better than. Auburn moves up to number 9. So that sucks. That sucks, but it is what it is. It's all about how we respond now. It's all about how we respond. Alright, so this week, Ashley will go with the 20. And again, keep finding out what we can. I will shit talk Bama to try and gain ground every week. Anthony, we're down into second. Again, though, we'll do 2. Schedule him for that week 6 bye week. And try to get that to a better point. It's not looking too good. Patrick Lindsay. Let's go for the sways for the high values. Play the long game with him. It's not the worst case scenario, but it's definitely not ideal. Definitely not ideal to have that happen in the slightest. Oh, George Maxwell. And again, for all of these guys, I'm just going to try to stay in the fight for as long as we can. Until they tell me that we're out, I'm staying in the fight. Eric Kelly. We'll play the long game and see if it can work out for us. Let's see, Curtis Wilson. Fortunately, we need a lot of sways to go through to be as successful as we're going to want to be. If I'm not mistaken, our championship contender status dropped. Yeah, I think it dropped from an A+ to an A. Unfortunate. Well, it can still be a positive season. It's just going to take a little bit of work to get there. It's not going to be a 99 overall team steamrolling the nation, unfortunately. Chris, you missed a decent amount of NHL 21. And just the early stages of this season. No 2K10 tonight. Chat wanted me to go straight to NCAA, and so we did. God, unfortunately for a lot of these guys, I need some sways to go through or we don't stand a chance. Let's see, Mr. Walker. This is our final 60 minutes on you. It's not bad either. At least he's not drifting towards being a bust. Richard Kennedy. Yeah, I can't even shit talk Bama, so we're in first. Play the long game. Not enough time in the day to work on all these players. We do miss out on wide receiver 5-star John Sherman. He goes to Bama. That kind of blows. Dan Vinson. Let's see what else we got with you. And again, there were 35 players. We're down to 31 in terms of our top options. So continue to see how playing the long game works out for us here. Granted, that guy was only on a soft commit, but it's pretty much how you know. Jason Cook we're like way behind on, but like I said, play the long game, see what we can do. God, that loss sucks. Michael Harris. I need some help with him too. Yep, damn. Chesterfield, Missouri, huh? Mr. Henderson. Time to actually find out some stuff about you. Apparently we don't know anything. He lines up pretty well with what we can sell him on, though. Mike Patton. Wasn't Mike Patton in Alice in Chains? No, it's fucking Faith No More. Jesus. Should have known that by default. I just knew the name Mike Patton looked familiar. Damn, who was I thinking of in Alice in Chains? What the fuck is that guy's name? He died. That's all I remember. It's good old Mike Starr. That's what it was. Alright, well now I'm sad. Ryan James. What do we got for you? Continue to try and just get information on these players. Let's see what we can do. Okay. 4 hours left. Still a lot of dudes to talk to. Jesus. John Cotton. Again, man, some of the stuff just isn't lining up like we need it to. Houston's on a soft commit to Bama. He's the one guy where he's on a soft commit that I'm still going to fight for. Let's just find out what happens. Problem is, I can't really shit talk Bama, but he's the one dude where they're on a soft commit that I'll stick with. Everyone else I'll probably just give up on. Mr. Washington, still in first for you. Keep trying to find these importances. Paul Perry. Again, anything green, B+ or higher, we'll still focus on. Let's see, Morales. Academic prestige is up there. God, we're going to have a hell of a time appealing to that guy. Jesus. I do at least want to sim the NC State game tonight before we call it. I need to know, like, if we're going to drop the ball against them. It's at this stage where menu simming the remainder of our games is pretty much the way. At this point, like I said, national title's pretty much out of our hands. We might as well just focus on progress and shit talking if we can. That was a gigantic boost, Jesus. Let's see, Mr. Davis. Good thing is, I guess technically the more players that we lose off the board, the more I can focus on the ones that are left. And that should hopefully result in higher success levels for those particular dudes. We also have about 1,000 visits coming up next week too, so it's going to be kind of nuts. Let's see, Will Perry. What do we got for you? Yeah, it's not too bad. 40 minutes left. Do 20 minutes for this guy. And then the guys at the bottom here. Do 10 minutes each. So Jake Clay. Honestly, all I need to do is get one more thing to switch over for this guy. So Jake Clay, even though he's only a 4-star, that could be a pretty helpful option on the O-line, even though he's a bust. And then Bo Barnes. Not a single recruit's been locked down yet. We are in first for a decent amount of these guys, though, so I have some hope and optimism. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with my gut here and just sim this NC State game. I mean, if we lose, whatever. We should win. But if we lose again here, we don't deserve anything. So, holy shit. They've been pretty good so far. So, stop the run and throw the ball is our setup. Stop the run and throw the ball. Let's see what we can do. Can we beat NC State? If not, I'm going to be pretty mad. Thank you. 37-34. Jesus, I need a drink while this sims. Alright, well that made the time go much further, or much faster. Too close for comfort, no kidding. It's 3:16 day as well. I mean, yeah. Shout out to old Stone Cold. So we're now 9th in the nation after that win. So back into the top 10 after getting bounced out by Auburn. Ohio State's the #1 team. We are the 2nd highest rated team that has at least a loss on their record. It's okay. We can salvage this again. I think any shot at the national title goes up in smoke with one more loss. Like, we absolutely have to run the table and go undefeated the rest of the way. We have the talent to do it, as we have 7,000 visits this week. We have also lost out on Jake Clay as he goes to Oklahoma, and Copeland is on a soft commit to Penn State. I might still put up a fight for him too. We also missed out on Holmes, who goes to Notre Dame. Maxwell, what do you guys think? I think the soft commits. We lost out on Kinnery. He goes to Ohio State. I'm starting to get worried. Soft commit for Henderson to USC. Wilson goes to Oklahoma. Oh, dude, Oklahoma and Alabama are killing me. Houston did go to Bama. I think anybody on a soft commit has to go. I'm not going to be able to sway them. It's just not going to happen. It moves too fast, and I can't pay good enough attention to those danger players right now. So there was one other dude, 2 other dudes. Maxwell's out, and Henderson's out. So we're down to 23 out of my initial top 35. The good news is, for the dudes that are left, we're looking okay. So for Adam Ashley, we're going to go 3 weeks. I'm at the point now where I'm going to go back to every 3, or, you know, anyone we're not in first for, we go for 3 weeks. Try to get these sways. It wasn't a great week for us, but he does have the visit. And again, we will prioritize the depth chart. I think we'll just avoid, even though, yeah, he has no interest in those, we'll just avoid them. We're not in first for Mike Anthony. See what we can do here in terms of sways. One of the most important ones. I'm not worried about selling yet. It's about setting the stage. And if they bail before we can set the stage, then so be it. It just is what it is. Patrick Lindsay. Again, not first for you either. 3 sway attempts here. 0 for 2. 0 for 3. Jesus. Things aren't exactly coming up Millhouse right now. Denman, this has to be a really good visit for him, or we are probably screwed. We might be screwed anyway, to be honest. We were 4th out of the top 3, which means we're pretty far back, but I'm not going to give up until they're on a soft commit. Mr. Kelly, we're not in first for either. Good thing is we're looking okay in terms of how well this visit's going to go. So I'm feeling pretty good about our chances with Kelly to maybe outduel Notre Dame. Easier said than done. Curtis Wilson, 3 hours for you as well. See what we can get for these sways. Damn, that missing sucks. Not going up to low doesn't help us now, but it could help us long term. We can only sell them on 2 things, really. Kennedy, we're in first for, so we'll go 2 hours for you. Go for the sway. Let's see. Schedule the visits. He should have a decent visit. Let's get that scouting time in there. Not bad. Amir Walker. We'll go 3 hours for you. Again, just focus on these sways. We gotta put in the work with these players, and if they bail before that hard work bears fruit, then so be it. Nothing we can do. Fortunately for some of these dudes, we just ended up behind the 8 ball in terms of what their interests are. 30 minutes on Walker, get him fully scouted. He's a 77. Vincent. Tried to get that up to very high, it didn't work. And a lot of these sways are failing. It hurts Aid a lot to have that many sways fail. Vincent just avoids bus territory. Mr. Cook, we're in 6th for. I'm not giving up. We're in 6th for this guy, for God's sakes. Let's shit talk Georgia. Try to get these 2 sways in there. I mean, it's a 5-star guard. Even if he's a bust, I'm still going to go for him. Fuck it. I'm not giving up the fight until it's clear it's time to give up the fight. Mr. Harris. And we're in 1st for you. Try to get these sways. Mr. Patton, we're in 1st. You're on a visit this week as well. I mean, again, if we could get the sways for this guy, we're laughing to the bank right now. He's going to have a pretty good visit, too. I wouldn't be surprised if there was going to be anybody this season who commits early. It's going to be Mike Patton. And then we'll listen to nothing but Faith No More on this stream. We won't, because I'll get DMCA'd, but you get the point. Ryan James will go for the time here. I did not mean to shit talk there. Shit. I meant to sway and I didn't realize it was very high, so I just cost myself a bunch of points. First time that's happened. And I feel stupid. That's what happens when you get 1,000 people on a visit. You try to rush and you make dumb mistakes. God, I can't afford to lose out on another player to Alabama or Oklahoma for that for that matter. It's been a nightmare in that regard. Let's see, Paul Perry, what do we got for you? That sway would have been nice. We didn't get it. That sway helps a bit. Shout out to Garfield. Talk to professors. Again, Patton, nothing I can do there. Washington will go for 2 hours. Shit talk Mississippi State just because we can. Get the sway. I like to think we're going to get Washington, and to be honest, it's pretty important that we do. Just with what we need heading into next year, apparently. Morales is going to have a nightmare visit here. Unless that B+ switches, we're screwed for this guy. Yeah. There's no way this guy's going to have a good visit, but hey, we'll try. Let's see, how many dudes are left with 2:20 to go? A lot of dudes were in 1st for, so that's good. And I meant to go for more than 2 hours with this guy, but 20 minutes! I keep making the mistake. It is what it is. Let's see, Dave Wilson. Not going to be the best visit for you. So let's see. 5 dudes divided by, I guess 120 would be about 40 minutes per. Right? Let's see, 30, 60, well, no, less than 30, 20 minutes per. Jesus, basic math, man. It's going to be unbalanced, but it is what it is. Trash Talk Georgia. Get a sway. So John Hale will have a decent visit. Unfortunately, I feel like the majority of the guys that are going to have decent visits for this fucking packed week are 4 stars, not 5 stars. Let's see, Davis. Should talk Virginia Tech since we can. And fail the sway, which is nothing new. Let's see, 2 good ratings there at least. Johnson will go 30 minutes. Should talk Syracuse. Yeah, see, it's another 4-star. That sway would have been nice. Oh, damn. Still not bad. Mr. Perry. Shit talk Boise. Fail on a sway. And shit talk Boise State again. I mean, 5-star Will Perry, I mean, he is a -5. He's, you know, drifting towards bust territory there, but he could still be pretty sick. Shit talk Miami. Alright. 23 dudes left. If we can get the majority of these guys, I mean, again, you can only bring in 25 dudes, so if we get the majority of these guys, or even half of them, we're in a great spot. The problem is we got a lot of quarterbacks in there, and obviously we don't need that many, but I mean, you never know who's going to fall off the board. So now, for the first time, we get into our conference games in week 7 instead of week 13, 14, 15. And again, these should be relatively easier games. There really should be no need to ever jump in. It really should be just menu sim, and menu sim. So, I'm hopeful that it'll actually go that way. I can't say I'm holding my breath, though. Because when do things ever kind of go our way? You know? When do they, chat? Alright, so let's see how these visits happen to go. Because again, we had 1,000 of them. Oh, goodness. Alright, I think we're looking good. By the time we lose to Buffalo in their parking lot, though, it's going to be pretty upsetting. How long am I going to stream for? Hopefully not too much longer, but famous last words there, right? We've seen that play out before. So, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I do need to try and get up at a half-decent time in the morning. Got that podcast to record with Deej. So, we'll see. We'll see. This Buffalo's 1-4, went number 7 in the nation. 3-1. Let's see the results here of our last week's worth of recruiting. We've lost James. We've lost Wilson. 5-star wideout hard commit to USC. He's from Los Angeles, so I mean, Jesus. We lose out on Dominique Morales to Virginia Tech. We're down to 21. Ashley's on a soft commit to Bama. We're down to 20. Holy fuck. Eric Kelly, we're out. Curtis Wilson, we're out. We're out on Vincent. Holy shit. Oh no. Jason Cook, we're out. Amir Walker, we're out. And we're going to be out on Ryan James as well. You just can't really recover from those soft commits. We're down to 14. We're in first for the majority of them, but we're down to 14. We have to go all out for these 14. No doubt in my mind. We have to go all out for the rest of the dudes that are here. We have to. Oh, man. Let's do it. I'm not going to add anybody else to the list yet. We're going to just primarily focus now on the dudes that are still here and just try to win them over. Because let's be honest, the majority of the dudes that are left on the board, the 4 stars, like, I don't think we'd be able to get in late with any of the 5 stars. These were the guys we targeted as our best players to approach, and now we're going to go all out in terms of focusing on them. And then once it's clear that that's not going to happen, then we'll start focusing on 4 and 5 stars, you know, athletes as well that might still be there. I mean, it's a tough break for us. And unfortunately, being a 99 overall team, we're still having some rough luck competing with some of the other top teams in the nation right now, and maybe it's just because they got the history behind them. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason, or if it's really just been poor luck. Denman's going to soft commit to somebody else here sooner rather than later. We're probably going to miss out on this guy. I'm still just going to play the long game in terms of trying to sway. Because like I said, if any of these guys make it to that final 5 weeks worth of recruitment before signing week, that is where we will just clean up. Like, absolutely clean up for these guys, because we would have put in the work to make sure that these sways are just going to be way too powerful. So, we'll continue to play the long game. Even if in the meantime, this week was just a massive kick to the dick. That is the only way to sum it up. This was a horrible week for this program. So now knowing that this class might not be as ideal as we were hoping for, we really need to see the results on the field. This team can't slip up. Not once. They have to deliver every single week. I just hate that Bama's in competition for so many of the dudes that we're looking at. It makes it so tough. The worst part is, because of that restart with Auburn, I think Bama ended up beating Arkansas. So Bama's in a much better... Everything about that Auburn game fucked us. Because I'm pretty sure Bama ended up beating Arkansas, which means they're just going to be more difficult to negotiate with, you know, or at least to get a W over in terms of recruitment. It's been a rough couple of weeks here. Roll UMass. Bama lost to Arkansas. They lost in the first one, but then we had that restart. So there's no guarantees that they lost. They might still be undefeated. If not, then hey, cool, we're good. But just saying, it's a possibility. We can shit talk ISU there, which is good. Sway cares the most about playing style, but that's not a green for us. Not gonna focus on that for the moment. Seth Davis. Rare time where I can shit talk Notre Dame. Another time where I can shit talk Notre Dame. It's a pretty good week there for Davis. Let's see, John Hale. Shit talk Georgia. So for these 4-star dudes, at least we can put in the work. At least we can put in the work for these 4-star dudes. Let's see, Terrence Johnson. Shit talk Syracuse. I don't know why that didn't work. Normally when it says 0 out of 0, it's just glitched and it still works. That was bizarre and a complete waste of my time. I don't know why that didn't work. Will Perry will go 64. Shit talk Boise. Go for the sway. Shit talk Boise. Let's just make the pitch. Hope for the best. Same here. Make the pitch. Hope for the best. Not great. And the last dude out of these 14, Bo Barnes, who fucking Bama's in for, because of course Bama won't just leave me alone. They're everywhere. Alright. Being down to 14 players is horrifying, because we know we're not going to get all of them either. We take on 1-4 Buffalo. They can't stop the run, so we should run it, stop the pass. See how that works for us. I mean, this should be a win. Let's check Bama really quickly, too. Again, I think Bama ended up winning. They really benefit from that restart, unfortunately. No, okay, it still counted. It still counted. Well, that's good, at least. Glad that's still went into effect. Let's sim against Buffalo here. This should be a win. Easy. Easy W. Thank you. 45-16. I don't yet have the confidence that simming a game that we should win is actually going to result in a win. We have yet to hit that point where we can be confident in this team in that way. And it sucks. Because I wish we could just have the confidence. But we don't. I think one more recruitment week here. Again, the good thing is these final few weeks, it really should be, like I said, just sim from the menu. And if we blow it, then we blow it. There's no bailing this team out. If this team blows it, that's, yeah, hey, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Yeah, I think I got one more week here worth of recruitment time, and then we will, yeah, we'll move on. Call it a night. Eastern Michigan University. I'm glad at least that Alabama loss still counted, right? Excited for tomorrow's stream already, though. As long as I'm not too tired and like sleep past it, you know. Number 5 in the nation again. So we're right back to where we were before we lost to Auburn. We are the highest rated team that has a loss on their record. Wow. Auburn's directly above us, too. Interesting. The result this season is still in the palm of our hands as long as we do our damn job and don't slip up. That's honestly what we're at. I can't believe we're back to 5th in the nation already. But just don't slip up, sweep this conference, and we could end up in a pretty interesting place. Fortunately here, oh my god. We lost out on Anthony to fucking Alabama. We're going to lose out on Denman to FSU. We're going to lose out on Cotton to Mississippi State. Oh my god. Jesus. What a spot we find ourselves in. Kennedy. Let's put the full hour in. Hey, well, that was a nice waste of an hour. Well, we get our first recruit. We get our first recruit. I wish I didn't have to waste an hour on that guy. But god damn it. We finally have our first recruit of the season.
Mr.
Welcome.
Kennedy!
Gonna get DMCA'd. Alright. Well, we get Kennedy at least. 4-star, 81 rated safety. I mean, that's great. Can't complain about that. I mean, Booch, I know how many players I can get on the board. I'm just not bothering right now. It's fast, good pursuit. Not bad for old Richard Kennedy. Patrick Lindsay. No automatic commit from you, unfortunately. Again, we will just continue to play the long game for some of these guys before targeting other people who we don't currently have on our board. But hey, we got one! While everyone's disappearing off the list, yeah, we got a guy who's 6'4" with 79 speed. I suppose I undersold that. But while it looked like everyone was jumping ship, you know, we do manage to lock down at least one option. That's positive, right? Oh, man. Brutal, 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 but again, we're trying to make the best of it. BBC, what is happening? Again, I can't shit-talk Bama there, which really hurts. Just keep going with the sways. Play the long game. Stick to the strategy. Even though Kennedy only counted as 10 minutes. Oh, fair enough. Good, so it didn't screw me. There was, I forget Was it this game? Something like that, where there was a game that kind of screws you like that. So we might be able to add more people then, hopefully. I'm going to stick to the strategy, even though every fiber of my being says abandon ship. And try something different. But we know abandoning ship can work. At this stage, though, it's just, like I said, stick with the strategy. Play the long game with the rest of these dudes. Like Patton, you want it all, but you can't have it. It's in your face, but you can't grasp it. So come to UMass to listen to all the Faith No More you can handle. Please. And I can do a lot of shit talking on ISU. Jesus. Got a crazy amount. Yeah, BBC, I'm doing good, man. No complaints. No complaints. Especially in a video game context right now. We're in a very, very interesting spot. Although we missed out on more 5-star recruits than I would have hoped, but that's how this game works. How did Patton only have a D visit? I have no idea. It's so random. Maybe because we didn't play that week. People were saying that, but for me it's like I just want to get those visits done as fast as possible. Alright, decent little week there for Seth Davis. Got the wide receiver Johnny Hale. Shit Talk Georgia. And play the long game with the Sways. What can we do here? Can actually shit talk Georgia, who would have thought? And 1 discovery. Not too bad. Alright, 3 dudes left, just under 3 hours. Terrence Johnson. What we got for you? Shit talk Syracuse. That time it worked. I had a feeling it just glitched in the last week. Can't shit talk him there, but we'll just take the interest boost. Play the long game. And just make the pitch for a +3. Nice. Will Perry. Like I said, for now, we're just going to focus on who's here. Obviously, there are plenty of other people left out there on the board that I could add, but I need to put as much time into these players left. Again, these were the players we identified as the best of the best at the very start. Sans athletes. See if it works out for me. Bo Barnes, shit talk to you. And again, pray for Sways. Pray for Sways. Alright, in terms of scouting, again, it was great to get Kennedy off the board. Washington, we use 40 minutes on you, and he's a +3. Not too bad. How good is Paul Perry? I was hoping he'd drift closer to a gem, but he's only going to be about a 75. Mike Patton, please tell me you're not a bust. He's a 76 at the moment. Mr. Davis for the final 20 minutes. It's not that bad. 86 throw power is pretty decent. Alright. Oh, God, it is getting late, but whatever. We sim this game against Eastern Michigan as well. I mean, this should be pure domination. It shouldn't even be close. Like, it is absurd how dominant this game should be, and this might mean this is the one that we end up losing. Please, God, don't let this be the one that we end up losing. I swear to God. Oh, thank God. 48-21. It took so long to load. I'm like, here it is. Here it comes. We're going to lose this. And thankfully we didn't. Jesus. Jesus.
Kennedy!
The load times are awful. I wouldn't call them suspenseful, I'd call them awful. It's mental torture. Ugh, give me the Series X. Please. Give me the Series X. too in depth right now. The hooks are in with the recruiting. I need to know. I need to know, T-Cage. I need to know. NIU. We might be higher than 5th, by the way, after that win. It depends on what happened ahead of us. Like I said, if we run the table and win this conference, who knows where we'll be for a bowl game. We really do control our own destiny right now, despite that loss to Auburn. There is the reconfirmation on Kennedy. Kennedy! There we go. Sorry, had to do it again. 3rd in the nation. Our highest ranking ever. It is UMass. As Auburn lost, it is Ohio State and TCU. If one of them slips up, we actually have a shot. Holy hell. We could still do this. We could still do this. Where are we at on the board right now? 11 targets, 24 scholarships left. For the first time in a few weeks, I don't think we lost anybody, which is nice. Let's take a look at Patrick Lindsay here. Again, play the long game. I'm just going to go to the top of the hour at this stage. Fuck it. Why not? Hoping Lindsay would auto-commit. He did not. If one of these dudes could, that would be great. Of course. Fucking Alabama. Go away. God, is this how all the smaller teams in the SEC feel? Just fucking go away, Bama. Like, God, you took my goddamn 5 stars. Now you're coming in for my lower-rated 4 stars? Leave me the hell alone. Michael Harris will get you in on a visit next week when we play Ohio. Should talk TCU. I'm not only coming for your top spots, I want the guys that you want. Nick Saban doesn't go away. He is inevitable, is he not? Fucking Nick Saban. Leave me alone. I can't afford to lose this 5-star wideout now. Like, I know we don't necessarily need wideouts, but it's a 5-star wideout, for God's sakes. Mike Patton. I don't know how you have an auto-commit already. Like, really, the people you're considering alongside me are of no competition whatsoever. Like, I'm gonna move Mizzou into 2nd place by just shit-talking ISU this whole time. Like, it's not even gonna be close. Jesus, that was a hell of a week. Mr. Perry. Polly, I am not losing you to the Gamecocks. That is not gonna happen. You get to stay here, sir. Please. Would you say it's best, Belichick or Saban? I mean, I respect what Saban's done at the college game, and I'm not saying it's not impressive. I mean, obviously, I personally benefit from Belichick's success. Call it ignorant. I would side with Belichick in that discussion. You know, obviously there are reasons for Saban's college success versus, you know, what happened in the pros and such, but Mr. Hale, it's Belichick by a mile. I mean, I was just trying to be nice about it. That's how I feel. But I was just trying to be nice about it, you know? Take our points there. We got 3 hours left and 3 dudes. It's perfect. Terrence. Should talk Virginia Tech. Could you imagine Belichick in the college game, though? God damn. How dominant would he be, right? That's the real question. How dominant Bill Belichick have been in the college game instead of the pros? on, Will. You're not going to Boise. Stop it. Quit dicking around. You're not going to Boise. You'd not be as good at recruiting. I don't know, man. I think there would be guys that would buy into the idea of, yeah, we're going to be a sick team. You know, I mean, that's kind of Nick Saban's strategy at this stage. Like, hey, well, what are you selling me on? That we're Alabama. Fair enough. I mean, that's what Belichick literally just did. He's like, hey, we got money and a plan. Come here. And a lot of pro players just listened. A lot of them just listened. Alright, so we are out on recruitment for this week. Use our final 10 minutes on Perry to get that final rating. Mr. Davis, you 100% scouted, he's a 73. Mr. Hale, hoping for some late blooming gems here. Hale's up to a 75, he is a gem. Terrence Johnson. Terrence? Pushing towards gem territory as well. And we'll use the final 20 minutes on Will Perry. Alright. Would be happy if Juju signed with the Pats. I mean, yes, because he's sick, but also, when's he going to throw a hissy fit and start, you know, just being on TikTok the whole time? I'd rather overall improvements than a superstar wideout, though. Alright, boys, don't blow it. Don't blow it. 55-7. That is what I'm talking about. He's not a number one. I think he has number one talent, but he doesn't have the number one attitude. I think that's fair. What a win there. What a win. 55-7. Can that move us higher than third in the nation? Huge, huge, huge victory for us. God. I should have been playing that clip and Alabama was being massive swinging dicks to us. That would have been the play. He's like Juju, but he dropped off. That's fair. I don't think Bill will stand the TikTok bullshit. I mean, he didn't put up with the Antonio Brown bullshit, so... Yeah, it's not really something Bill does. Like, you have to be something else for Belichick to be like, alright, fuck it, whatever. So... Pats are going to be fine. I'm feeling, I mean, it's tough to not feel optimistic after watching what the Patriots did, you know? I mean, say what you want about Cam Newton and whether or not they'll, you know, draft a quarterback or not. I mean, again, I don't know how good Cam will be. But, I mean, the Patriots signed, like, what, 7 players or some shit like that? Number 2 in the nation. The UMass Minutemen. TCU falls. If Ohio State slips, we're right there. Our highest ranking ever. We are second in the nation. Oh my God. On the cusp. We have a couple of soft commits to UMass as well. We fucking... God damn you, Bama, you mother... shit! Oh, they fucking took Dane Washington from me. I fucking hate Alabama. God damn it. Pain in my ass. The entire state. Patrick Lindsay, let's talk. Again, I'm still just gonna put in the work for these top dudes that we identified. And then we'll start adding people to the board. There's only 9 people left. Because technically 1 dude left on the board's already commit to the team. So, still waiting to hear from Patrick Lindsay. Michael Harris is on a visit this week. in which he should do very well. Fuck you, Clemson. Keep going for the sways here. Fucking dude, Alabama ended up signing like a good 6 people that I was looking at too. It sucks. Alright, Mr. Harris. You're probably in line for a pretty good visit. Mike Patton, do you want to sign? No, you don't. Of course not. Fuck you and your glitched out comparison. It's bullshit. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I know it shows 0 out of 0, but like I said, normally that just means it's glitched and you're going to have like a massive week. Mike, just sign here. Like, come on. Really? You're going to go anywhere else? Not the number 2 team in the nation that's recruiting you? Like, the fact that these guys haven't been like, yes, please, I will sign with your team for nothing. Thank you. I don't even need a scholarship. Just let me go here. I always took that to mean your top prospect's against your negativity. Or that prospect is against it. I mean, that would make some sense. I don't know if that's actually a thing, but that would make some sense. I'll give you that. Paul Perry. Man, Kennedy is still the only guy to commit. Frustration. Frustration, I tell ya. Do you think EA would take the time to implement that? Well, Terrence Johnson. Come on, you don't want to go to Syracuse. You're getting out of the state of Connecticut and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go to Syracuse. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Come on, Terry. We make dreams happen here at UMass. Fucking dreams. Number 2 team in the nation. Start treating us with some goddamn respect. Even Seth Davis, who's on a soft commit, like, I don't know, man. I need more time. Do you, Seth? Where else are you possibly going to go? I can talk so much shit about Virginia Tech. Where else are you possibly going to go? Nowhere. Barnes is our final dude, which means it is time to go look for other people. Honestly, I don't know if it's going to be off of our needs list because, let's be honest, I don't really feel like the needs list is all that accurate because we always change schemes. Big question is, do we just look for the best players left? That might be the best way to handle it. Johnson's closing in on a gem. Perry we scout for 20 minutes. The final dude is Barnes. So the question now is, do I focus on the top dudes available or do I focus on the dudes? I know I still have to talk to Perry. Do I focus on some of the top dudes that are left or do I focus on dudes that are actually interested in signing with me? That's the question, and I don't know what strategy I want to take. Because we are getting kind of late into the season now. We're in the back half of the season already. We simmed a lot tonight. You know, what is the best strategy? We might just have to settle for going for the best of the rest. Let's see who's available for top prospects. I mean, most of the top dudes have gone. I mean, we're still in for 2 of the top 10, though. In Harris and Lindsay, which is great. Is there anybody left in the top 100? We're still in for Perry. There's a corner in the top 5, Matt Cleveland. I think we can go for Matt Cleveland. Let's do it. And then, I mean, again, for the dudes that are interested... Oh, there's a 4-star... Oh, God, there are 4 stars that are interested, though. Honestly, I think we have to at least get these guys on the list. At least for those 4 stars, I think it is best to focus on who is still interested in us. Let's see, I got an hour and I got 6 dudes. So, scholarship, sir. Just let me show you that we're interested. Hey, Jay, I'll get to it when we're in the loading screen. Don't worry, I didn't miss it. Just makes more sense to answer that while we're waiting for the game to take 6 years to load. Let's see. Sweatso, what's going on, buddy? Fucking crushing it lately, by the way, too. I was able to lurk a little bit earlier. See the fucking average viewership going up? Good shit, dude. Good shit. Let's see, 20 minutes left. Pat Green. 7 corners, Virginia. 7 corners. Not 8, not 6. 7. 7 corners. 7 asses. Oh, God. The recruiting in this game. It's something. I can see why people would call it tedious. I love it. Let's give a little bit of scouting. Muncie, Indiana. Who the hell do I know that's from Muncie, Indiana? I just recognize the town name of Muncie. Alright, Pat Green. 10 minutes for you. Alright. We are going to have to end things here soon, I fucking hope. I hope. Alright. Whew. Well, we only got 1 dude so far. Kinda sucks. We'll try to make the best of it. Again, this should be an ass kicking. Ohio's 7-1, but I'm sure they haven't played anybody great. They do have like top-rated offenses and defenses, but this should be a massacre. If Ohio, of all fucking people, ruined my chance at a national title. Thank God. 56-23. And breathe. Jesus. Really good hockey question for you. Good enough for the podcast? Do you feel the whole theory of goalies getting into their peak in their 20s is dipping down with the rise of top goalies? I don't know, because I'm trying to think of some exceptions to the rule. Because for all the good, younger goalies that are making it a little bit earlier on, like a lot of them, like, I think, you would have looked at, like, Carter Hart as an example, but now this year you're just like, okay, maybe he's not the best example, right? I don't know. It's like Vasi was still, like, what, mid-20s when he started to turn it around? I'm trying to think of other younger goalies, I guess, that I guess could be like, yeah, no, this guy is an example of that. And I got nothing. The whole theory was getting into the peak early is dipping down a little bit. Even like Nedeljkovic in Carolina, he's like what, mid-20s, 25-ish, 26-ish? A lot of good goalies that are immediately good out of the teams. Hey, we got a guy. Davis at quarterback. Thank God. I mean, how many... Like, Ottinger's younger, I guess. I mean, yeah, maybe it's dipping a little bit, but... I don't know, I feel like most of the guys you look at, it's like, oh, cool, they had experience, in the AHL, or... As we drop back down to number 3, that blows. Like, they had experience in the AHL, or... NCAA experience, like Ottinger and stuff like that, so... I don't know. Maybe. Alright, we have 2 recruits now. Thank God. We locked down that quarterback in Davis. We got more soft commits. God. Let's just go 6 hours per, maybe. Let's actually go by the list here. So, Perry, I gotta be honest, I mean, you're a 5-star. I don't really think I need you, though. I mean, we got Davis, who's a 4-star. It's kind of a tough call. He's a 5-star. I'm not going to let this guy go. Will, what are we thinking here? God, I can't stop. This game's so addicting. Jesus. Can't just keep shit-talking Boise State. Keep playing the long game. Demko. I mean, Demko had the NCAA experience. Drieger had a shitload of AHL experience. I wouldn't even call him younger. Lankinen had that kind of pro experience in the European side. He's what, mid-20s? Peterson had a lot of AHL experience. He's got to be in his mid-20s. Like, when you say younger, it makes you think like 23 or under for these players, because it's not the same as like, yeah, here's Quinn Hughes at 20 doing what he's doing. So, I mean, most of the goalies you mentioned, they're still around 25. Oh, come on, Lindsay, I need you to sign here. 25 was pretty much about always where I thought the range was that people considered for like, hey, here's this dude. Markstrom just tried closer to 30. I mean, that's fair. I mean, Tim Thomas, though, hit his peak at 36. So, you never know. Johnson's on a soft commit. Ah, come on, Terrence. Quit wasting my time, Terry. Sign here already. Jesus. Fucking sign here, bud. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Sign here, sir. Let's see, Michael Harris. Again, I'm keeping some dudes around on this list because, again, they were identified as our top dudes. And that way, if we miss out on the best, we can still get somebody who's half decent. Harris is just being a pain in the ass, though. John Hale, come on. Damn it! None of these dudes are signing despite being on a soft commit. Like, come on. Duke's favorite goalie is Carey Price. It's true. I talk about him so much, he must be my favorite, right? I could have shit-talked Nebraska on that. Let's see, Barnes. Again, I can't shit-talk Bama. If I can get this guy away from Bama, and so be it. Out of spite, I'm staying in the battle for this guy because fuck Alabama. It's my fucking water bottle. Stay away from it. Patton. I'm gonna go 6 hours for you. Again, it's just not gonna let me shit talk there. That's interesting. Like, that should be like a massive point getter for me, and it's just not gonna let me shit talk, and I always forget. I see the difference in the grade, and I'm like, yeah, sweet, shit talk, and it's like, just, no. No, we're not gonna let you do that. Alright, then from there, we have our other dudes that we're now looking at. 2 hours left to call time, 6 dudes, perfect, so 20 minutes each. Start getting those promises in there. We'll wait on that visit for a minute. Put down the controller. I have to put down the controller. No matter how addicting this goddamn game is. Oh, Jeff White. Again, the same thing. Get you these promises. 40 minutes left for 2 dudes. Pat Green. Which NHL team is surprised you positively and negatively? Chris, you gotta listen to the podcast, man. We talk about this every week. Positively Chicago, negatively Buffalo. Nobody thought Buffalo would still be this bad. Like, bad, sure. Worst team in the league, bad? Yeah, nobody thought that. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Oh, Sam Willis, get some scout time in there. FJ, what's up? You're just in time for the end of the stream, I hope. Alright, we're done with the recruitment for that week. Hudson Sens future. Very promising. Very promising. And again, I like that Sens fans have the right attitude. They're like, hey, yeah, cool, we're actually good. Alright, Ball State. Again, this should just be a win, please. Let me end tonight on a high note. Don't ruin this for me. Please don't ruin this for me. Thank you. 35-13. Your boys keep on winning. We're up to 8-1 on the season. Top 3 in the nation. We'll see where our rank happens to be, as we are going to get ready to call things a night here, chat, because it is late. It is very, very late. We'll see where we stand with some of those recruits, but I do need to call it. Otherwise, Deej is going to kill me. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I do not want to screw my friend over by staying up too late and not waking up in time. That would just be unprofessional. And if there's anything you can say about me, it's that I'm a professional. A goddamn professional. It's 9 a.m. You can still play. I wish. Although if it was 9 a.m. here, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm dying. And still not asleep. I think this will be a pretty dead trade deadline. Me too. Me too. I think it's going to be horrific. Absolutely horrific. I hope not. Finally, that's what I wanted. Patton, Johnson, Tate. Hey, not Tate, Hale. Why the hell did I read Tate? Patton, Johnson, and Hale. That's a sign that I need to go to bed. 3 4-star recruits. We finally get some more players signed. That's now 5 recruits. We are 8-1. Still the 3rd best team in the nation. I told you that not going undefeated would fuck us over. We are the highest rated, non-undefeated team, but Boise State's right behind us. You have Cincy, who will hopefully fall to Navy, and then Ohio State. Let's go Navy. We still have a chance. As long as we run the table, we still have a chance, guys. As crazy as that is. It's Central Michigan. We are well on our way to potentially competing for a national title, at the very least getting into that higher conference. And a lot of those dudes that we were late to the party with are now interested, which is incredible. So we are looking fantastic right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We're looking good, guys. We're looking very good. I got it. Patrick Lindsay, let's talk. Fuck you, Ohio State. I have to put down this goddamn controller, but this team has so much momentum right now. Do you need any linemen? Technically, yes. Again, these are still the dudes that we've labeled as our top recruits, right? Like, these are the best, most ideal, like, highest level dudes we can probably get. From there, afterwards, it's going to be like, oh, okay, let's focus on need after that, because we still have plenty of, like, 3-star dudes that would love to sign here. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. We can just get them later and be good to go. Schedule him for a visit. Oh, boy. Let's see how these go. Average, we'll schedule him for a visit this week. Come on down, Maddie Cleveland. Good old Maddie Cleveland. We're going to need to do some work here, but it's what, Nebraska ahead of us? We should be fine. We should be fine. Alright, Mr. Harris. Damn it, just commit. You're not going to go to Clemson. You probably will. You're waiting for Clemson to make that goddamn offer, aren't you? You are waiting for Clemson to pay attention because that's who you want. You don't want me. The one who will actually be loyal? No, you want the trophy wife of Clemson. Fuck you, Mike. Paul Perry. God damn it, just commit. All these fucking young guys and their goddamn commitment issues. This is bullshit. I don't need no man. What is this game even doing to me anymore? Jesus. I don't even know who I am anymore. Mr. Will Perry. Still kind of want you on this team to see what we're dealing with. Mainly because Boise State's looking like a good team. I want to fuck them over long term. Because fuck you, Boise. Or shit talking for Boise State. Okay, it's a 5-star quarterback. I know he's a bust, but I want him. Jeff White. Let's make that last promise. My favorite line in the NHL. Marchand Bergeron Pasternak. Oh, this dude's scheduled for a good visit. Oh, let's go. This guy's gonna crush it. Jeff White. 4 stars. That's too easy. Well, no shit. It's the best line in hockey. What do you want? You want to see a picture that sums up your feelings for Alabama right now? No, because I don't even want to think about Alabama. I don't have an Alabama problem. Alabama has a me problem. I'm about to shit kick them up and down the field for the next decade. And they're not ready for it. They don't even know what's going to hit them. Notre Dame, USC. All your past success doesn't matter anymore. So UMass is here. And the U stands for better fucking squat and protect your ass, because I'm about to boot it. Alright. Mr. Willis. Can you guys just fucking commit here already? Jesus Christ. I know I just started talking to this dude. Fucker needs to commit already. Come on, Sam. Get it together. Get your life together. Get out of Texas. Imagine thinking about going into the Army. Who would do that? Scheduled for a good visit here too. Final 50 minutes your way. 78 spin move, eh? Alright, we got 2 hours left. How many dudes? 3 dudes. Cool. This dude's already on a soft commit. How do we want to do this? Let's do, I guess, 50 for the better 2 players. And, oh, baby. You like to see that. Oh, baby, this guy's going to have an A-grade visit. He has to. That is a tremendous start. Except he just disappeared. Shit, who was it? Who was it? Who was I just looking at? I don't even know who it was. He disappeared. No. What the hell was that guy's name? Was it Jeff White? It was Keys? Son of a bitch. No, I don't want to look at Cleveland. He's like, wait a minute, coach, you don't know my name? No,
Oh, good for you!
Charles Belsky, thank you for that follow. Nobody wants to look at Cleveland. I mean, you know, it's nice and pretty when the river's on fire. You know? Alright, I don't think we're going to sim this next game. I really wanted to stop playing this an hour ago, and then especially half an hour ago. Fuck you, Clemson. And go for the sway. Alright. So we're still looking okay. right? Like, we've gotten some players to commit to the team. I'm feeling pretty good. Quite a few of them are gems. We're looking okay. Feel pretty good about that. We look at the schedule ahead. Again, right now we're 3rd in the nation. It's Central Michigan, which should just be an ass-kicking. An ass-kicking. From there, again, the loss to Auburn sucks. But it's Central Mich, Akron, and Western Mich. I've played every side of Michigan. East, West, Central. All of it. It's just been the Toogie Takes Michigan stream. Welcome to Toogie Takes Michigan. Fuck. We need to stop.